Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Spammer, and this may or may not be a little bit shorter videocast than usual because someone may or may not have politely suggested that if I don't shut up within a reasonably short amount of time, then I'll get my skull crushed. I may have exaggerated just slightly, but this is more or less the message I got, so I shouldn't make this videocast too long. In fact, I probably shouldn't make it at all, but honestly I could care less. I want to make this videocast for you guys, so if I get my skull crushed, you know it's your fault. Sorry, those are the facts. Also, if I have to cut this videocast in the middle of nowhere, then it also probably means that I had to defend myself, so don't be surprised for the lack of outro. For now, I'll try to see how long I can actually manage to keep this up. So we'll start by moving all of our ships in the destination they were moving at. So those are a bunch of procurators that are actually heading towards Lucia. And we also have a bunch of other procurators that are already on Scion. We're gonna create them into fleet and send them to Fessia. As you may or may not recall, my plan... Why do I say may or may not so often? Whatever. My plan of Fessia was to repopulate as many planets as humanly possible in order to make the system actually some kind of kinda-ish magnificent. That's what I wanted to say. Also, on a bright side of news, I got my juice back! Yeah, that's right. You hear that? Right. Yeah, that is my juice. So I'm gonna drink it whenever I need to. Actually, I would like to drink it right now, but right now there is stuff I need to do, so I'm not gonna drink it just yet. Let's have a quick look at our score. We're not the worst. Yeah, I feel not so proud of myself, to be quite honest. We are only at 6th place in terms of feeds. Well, we are producing not a lot of dust, so there is not a big surprise over there. How about knowledge? We are at 2nd place, so finally we're making some progress in terms of that. We're supposed to be at 1st, because remember, our race comes from Sophons, and Sophons are kind of beasts in terms of knowledge, so we need to get to 1st place ASAP to actually be able to use our biggest strengths and whatnots. In terms of military fleet, we are still the worst, which is sad. And yeah, diplomatic victory, 20%. Actually, I think I read somewhere that diplomatic victory is calculated by the amount of time that you spend not being at war, multiplied by the amount of alliances you're at. I don't know, it's some kind of real crazy complicated thing that I wasn't actually able to understand completely, but generally, if we want to go for diplomatic victory, one thing I know for sure, you shouldn't be at war like ever, because this apparently decreases the speed at which you gain diplomatic victory bonus points, or whatever you wanna call it. And there is nothing to look at here. We're gonna get a new hero in 19 terras. That is still quite a long journey before that happens. So yeah, there was one more thing. Oh yes, somebody mentioned something rather important, and that is the fact that I didn't notice, and it was, I believe, Mr. Taxi66. Was that your nickname? I believe it was. I don't even remember the nickname of one of my fans. Sorry, do not be offended that I call you my fan. Maybe you are my fan. But if not, don't be offended, please. I just meant it in the positive way, rather than negative. I mean, yes, I know that... Whatever, I will shut up, I don't want to lose another subscriber. I mean, I actually am gaining subscribers, but as usual, I am losing views. I have no idea what is happening. Apparently, people subscribe to me to not watch me, which is surprising. Anyway, yeah, as somebody brilliantly pointed out, extreme artillery is not all that useful on the ship because it increases the invasion military power based on overall military power on my ship, which is not that great because I don't have too many weapons. So rather than going for extreme artillery, I could either go for S2 Go kinetics, I also call them S2 Go, because they just give me flat out bonus to military power, or I could invest in something else. But since I do want to have a little bit more military more invasion military power, I am indeed going to go for one of S2 Go kinetics. Didn't change much, I only gained 2 tonnage points out of that. But at least it is still more useful because there we go, just plus 80, plus 30%, this is plus 120, so all in all it should be a slight increase in effectiveness of this particular module. I hope. Let's upgrade the queue, thank you very much. Now this system still hasn't produced a single Morif, if this is the way to spell this girl's name. I didn't check this out because I'm a lazy bastard, unfortunately, but let's assume it is. Even if it isn't, then I don't really care. I believe this is the point when we can finally end the task, so that's what I'm going to do. I keep getting disappointed with Mass Effect 3, I have to be honest, because it is a bad game, but every second every second that I play it through, I keep comparing it to Mass Effect 2. I mean, when there is a battle action sequence, I compare it to some similar battle action sequence in Mass Effect 2, and I keep thinking that the same thing in Mass Effect 2 was actually done better than in Mass Effect 3, and it does kind of make me sad, a little. Anyway, let us actually go ahead and procreate on some of those planets. So we are going to set up one of those guys to the asteroid belt, one of those guys to large gas helium to get access to Mercurite, which is going to be amazing. Mostly because of dust and science, but also ship experience per point of Mercurite on Empire is going to be relatively useful. And another procreator, you are going to go to, yet again, asteroid belt. Thank you very much. And actually, one of you guys should go into Festival 1 instead of Festival 3, because it gives me more bonus, I believe, this way. And you, dear sir, well, Multiverse is important, but also what I need is Global Tech Pack. Thank you very much. Afterwards, and hold the freaking phone, I forgot. Yeah, that's right, that's where we ended off last time. First of all, I got this really incredibly useful upgrade, which I'm not gonna go for quite yet, because I do have 3 points of population, population max to colonize on this system. Then again, maybe I should go for it just so that I could fit more people on Terran. But since it does cost dust, I'll hold off to it for a little bit more. When my population gets close to being maxed out in the system, then I'll go for this upgrade. But I should install it in pretty much every single one of my system when it is actually necessary. Right now, as you may probably notice, I have only 2 systems that are stagnation, so those are the systems I'll deal with. First of all, well, there is Nevos. So is it actually worth it to get this system on this upgrade on the system? Because it will only increase my population max by 1. Will this pay off in terms of dust itself? So Arid gives me +5. Okay, it will pay off. This is nice and fast. And why do I not have this upgrade on the system, on this planet? Oh yes, because it costs dust, and at the moment I didn't think it would be particularly useful. But now I go for it, especially because soon I will actually have increased population size on this planet. Still, it's gonna take a bajillion years for me to actually develop any kind of upgrade on this planet system, whatever you wanna call it. Because, well, it's only a single planet in the entire system, so la-di-da, big surprise there. Citadel, you as well need this upgrade because you are maxed out, and there is no way for me to not get you maxed out, and you're gonna get 4 extra population points in total because of this upgrade, which is going to be really neatly and nice. So that's what we're gonna do over there. Also, some kind of upgrade has been researched, and another one will be ready in just 1 turn, so we should queue up something more for the future. So what we need is, I believe, optimized logistics might be nice. So I will indeed go for that. Maybe I will go. Well, I don't really feel like I need to go for this upgrade because so far everybody has been proposing cooperation agreement and invited me to alliances on their own. I didn't need to have it really. Vacation-oriented society, though, it is tempting. It is really tempting. So I might consider going for it. But what else do I actually really need? Low temp hydration. It is going to be nice indeed. Maybe not as well, actually it might be nicer than vacation-oriented society, so I will consider that. So what else do we have? This upgrade, that is my... Wow! I don't really start for science just yet, so I might not go for it. Then again, the longer I wait for going with science upgrades, the less they actually give me, because I'm closer to being maxed out science. So, I don't know, it's tempting to go this way. Will I go this way? I don't know. Let's have a quick look. What I do know I want to have is personal shielding, because this will give me access to some pretty neat luxury resources, which would potentially give me some nice bonus eye. I don't know what bonus eye they would give me, but they would give me some kind of bonus eye, so that's something. So that's what I'm going to queue up for now. Later, the rest I'll deal with later. Now I do have the global tech pack, obviously, and brainwave sensors. I can install them on my matriarchs, Morans, I believe. So I'll just take care of long-range sensors, and no, indeed, I cannot install brainwave sensors. It's not like I really need them per se, but it would have been nice. Is there something I could actually uninstall that I don't really need? Maybe there is, but I don't. As I said, I could care less about just extra 4 radar marks or whatever you wanna call it. It's not a big deal, especially not at this stage of the game. Okay, so I do have quite a lot of ships waiting in the hangar right here for me. I can leave them here for now, but I will send my Marine to my main fleet, obviously. The reason why I let those ships sit in my hangar is there is no real particular reason. I don't need them on my front lines just yet, and I would like to move them in a single big group rather than just reinforcing this what's it called? This fleet over and over and over again. So that's why I hesitate and wait with sending them to the harsh grounds. Harsh grounds? Is that a word? Well, now it is. Okay, you, dear sir, are just going to sit here. You, on the other hand, might as well go ahead and actually deal some damage. Then again, man, I can actually fit... Oh, something I forgot. Hey, no, not you, not you. You, dear sir, are going to... Hold on, don't spin so fast. Okay, this is going to be amazing, and I said I'm going to name this ship Jack, but even though Jack is my favorite character in Mass Effect series of all times, she is not an Asari, and this is an Asari playthrough, so instead I'm going to call this ship in a slightly different manner. Did I? No? Okay, Destiny Ascension. You may or may not recall this ship. I believe this was Destiny Ascension. Yeah, this was pretty much the flagship mothership, whatever you're gonna call it, of the Asari fleet. So I believe this name should fit this ship perfectly, because this is going to be exactly the same case in my playthrough. So as I said, my plan is to really make it feel like this is my flagship, so I will not make it a ready ship straight up. First of all, I'll make it a ship that is just there to grab some experience, but it will not really have all that many weapons. It is just going to focus on defenses and hull resistance, because it is, let's say, in the infamy state of development. It is just being created. It already can move around, but it's still work in progress. I'm speaking pure lore stuff. It's not like it is actually the case, right? Okay. So this not so useful. This, on the other hand, intelligent tools. I might think about that, might install it. Actually, I will install it, because right now this is the way to go for me. And as I said, this is just going to be a ship that is going to take damage, not really deal a lot of damage, because it is in its infancy state. It is only getting developed. A lot of high isotope plating, about 17 because it's a large number, and this is a really weak upgrade that I have. High isotope plating is the second worst kinetic defense you can have, so it's pretty rubbish. Now, 10 plasmoid shields, apparently they are called this way, which is really nice, and some super dense ammo, also in the quantity of 10 or 15, hey, why not, and some more shields, and even more high isotope plating, and I still have quite a lot of tonnage free on this ship, wow. So I will install a little bit of weapons on this guy, let's say 5 plasma slugs and 6 positron torpedoes. I don't like the number. I'll install 4 of them, and then just go for more HP. And even more HP! 2265, that is a nice round number. It is not round by any stretch of the imagination, but I like it. 2305 is not as nice, but I'm gonna go for it anyway, because hey, why not? I can. So as I said, this ship is not supposed to be a pounder. It is supposed to be developed when I have the most awesomeness, incredibleness, amazingness technologies possible. Then I will actually make the ship my beauty ship, and I'll send it at the front lines ASAP. And you know what? Why not make my home system actually produce this ship? Also, partially because this hero actually does need some levels, and okay, it's gonna take 7 turns to make this ship. Quite a long time. How much time do I need to make it in here? 3 turns. Okay, I may or may not have changed my mind. Sorry, hero, you're not gonna get your level up. This morph is almost done though, so I might as well let it finish. Actually, it only cost me 69 dust to finish constructing, so I will move it to the second position on the queue and speed this up. I'm not sure if this made any change at all, but maybe it did. If it didn't, then I don't really care. 69 dust. Well, for me it is quite a bit, but not all that much. Okay, so since I do have increased size in the flotilla, per se, so let's think. My mothership is going to take 4, so okay, so I'll have no space left after Morev gets here as well, unless I get some kind of really nifty upgrade. How long will it take for me to get it? Very long, so that's not indeed the case. I'll simply unassign 2 areas when my mothership arrives. I believe this is a nice idea. Also, my mothership, no, it is stronger offensively than one area, but 2 areas right now are more powerful. But I could care less, my hero is going to make up for the difference. Okay, there says you can actually advance to Aine, or whether you want to pronounce it this... Oh no, I was supposed to wait for Morev. Ah, I'm such a dummy. Whatever, I'm gonna wait for everybody as Aine, because apparently that's the way you're supposed to spell this system's name. Okay, I believe we're done here for this turn. I can end it and finally get a sip of my juice. Surprisingly easy to open, that's a good sign. Let me take another sip before I say my judgment. Announce my judgment. This is one of those situations when at the first sip, the drink you're drinking is not all that great. But the longer you drink it, the better it gets. It is actually a thing, right? It was in a movie, what was it? In Time, yeah, that was the movie's name. And apparently United Empire is sending a big retaliation fleet out from Retanef, which means that I'll probably come back with my main fleet to help my brothers in arms defend it. It sounded more epic than it actually is. And why not have a fight while we are here? It's a single ship, it is a dreadnought, but it's definitely not going to be a problem, especially when I focus fire on him, which I will do because there's only a single ship in the fleet. Whatever, you know what I mean. Actually, you probably don't, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we will use EMP because that's why I got it, to be able to use it. It's an offensive, semi-offensive upgrade. It is only going to increase my missile power, which I did not invest too heavily in, but I did invest in it a little bit, so it is going to be something, I guess. And I also countered the enemy defensive card, which is nice. So the enemy is firing bolts, shots, whatever you wanna call it. My ship is on fire, baby. But it doesn't matter all that much. And this is nice, a nice logo. I like this face cam. Face cam? That's not a face cam. Oh, it's raining rockets. Hallelujah, it's right. No, I'm sorry, I cannot sing. I just cannot sing. It is not my talent. Wow, I lost a ship! Ship down! It is actually surprisingly disappointing. I was not expecting to lose a ship. I mean, yes, it was a dreadnought, but I was thinking that my hero is awesome and cool enough to actually not lose a ship. And I did lose one. What on earth? Okay, do I actually really want to come back to intercept this entire enemy fleet? It is a good question. I mean, Horatio may or may not have the power to actually stop those guys, especially after those guys return. Yeah, they should be able to stop him, so I will sit at I and get ready to capture it. Maybe, most probably give it to Hisho as well to just make them a little bit more pleased with my personal self. Is there such a thing like my personal self? Well, there is now. Wave faction control has also been researched, so whenever a certain system is ready to get this upgrade, then I will give it to it. It makes no sense whatsoever, but apparently speaking, nonsense is a thing for me. So what I do need now is probably just give... Okay, let's have a quick look. It gives me science bonus on hydrogen, gas methane, lava burn, arid and desert, which means that unfortunately I will have to go through every single one of those systems. So this is... You know what, let's just do it old-fashioned way. So Fessia, do you need it? Yes you do, so you're gonna get advanced optics labs, thank you very much. Should I pause recording? No, I should not. You can just skip it. Okay, it does give me some bonus on rarity. Yes, indeed, that's right. Another bonus on rarity. It doesn't work on Terran though, does it? No, it indeed doesn't. Which kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, the clouds, no. Then again, Arad should have more clouds than... No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't have as many clouds. Unless that does some... Whatever. We're getting way too scientific for something that doesn't deserve our attention in such a big way. There is no methane, there is hydrogen though, so we will be able to use it. There is methane in here as well, so we can use advanced optic labs. Here there is arid and there is desert, so we can use that, thank you very much. Here we can use that as well, can we? Yes, indeed, there is hydrogen. Here we definitely can use it. This is like the go-to system when we can actually use this kind of upgrade because, yeah, look at the planets in the system. Another system, yeah, you could potentially use it, but how much does it cost me per turn? 5, thank you, but no thanks. And you there say gas methane and lava, you can use that as well. Actually, kinda strange. Why does it give bonus on lava, arid desert, methane, barren, and hydrogen? Because they're hot plants? Well, barren is relatively cold, so I don't know how hot an average methane or hydrogen planet is. Actually, I have no idea whatsoever. It probably depends from pretty much every possible thing that it could potentially depend from, so not a lot to talk about over here. But you're Morph. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let this Morph sit here or not. Wait a minute. Is there another? Yeah, another Morph is actually on its way in production queue. So I will send this Morph to my fleets at Oyat. It is only going to take a bajillion years, but it will make it there eventually. While we actually wait for the resolvence of the conflict with the United Empire and think about who our next enemy is going to be. Because we will need another enemy in order to keep the allies busy. Because if they don't have a war to actually be at, then they're gonna get real nasty and just gonna start killing everybody, including us. And we don't wanna this to happen, so we might actually declare war on the Cravers. It's kinda easy because nobody likes them, they don't like anybody either, but it is kinda long way and a hassle to get there. We would need a prevention from amoebas. I believe we have it right now, but even though it will be a hassle, it might just be a more interesting idea to attack the amoebas, especially now that they are also being attacked by Cravers. Some kind of double backstabbing action, it would be kinda nice. Especially because, yeah, they are already at war with amoebas, so yeah. Sorry for that one, it was a cough. Wow! Thank you, Pancake, for telling us it was a cough. We couldn't tell it for ourselves. That was you, probably. And yeah, how long am I recording for? 22 minutes and 51 seconds. At least that's the time it passed since I turned this timer on. I keep using it because it's a nice little thing. I use it to measure the time I can hold my breath, because I like measuring the time I can hold my breath. So far my record was... my record when I was about 15 was 62 seconds or something along those lines, but since then I haven't really cared about, man, this United Empire is really unlucky. This system has only a single planet, this system has only a single planet, and this system that they also controlled only had a single planet as well. Man, can you be more unlucky than that? Not really, even I am more lucky, so those guys really are poor guys. They may have systems with 6 planets over here, but still, those kind of systems are a pain to deal with. I know what this feels like, I have nails, so yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, right now, I had a break in measuring the time I can actually hold my breath for, so I didn't really measure that at all, and now recently I started doing it again, and I'm unfortunately stuck at, what was it? 53 seconds was my best time? 54, okay. In a couple of milliseconds that I don't really care about. So it's not that great, obviously, but I hope it will get better. Okay, where are my ships? Okay, this ship is more. It is still going to take a long time for it to gather, and man, I didn't notice that a session wouldn't be ready within a single turn. I wish I would have, because then I could just speed it up, and now I cannot, and it is too late. And why do I not have a moon server on this planet? Don't ask me, because I have no idea. How much will it cost me to speed this up? Not a lot, so I am gonna do this. Then again, I should have spread my debt so much, because I am actually losing it. Hey, this is an issue. But I don't want to increase my tax rate. Oh, I know why I'm losing it. That's because most of my systems that used to convert industry into dust are now indeed not doing so. They are converting. They were producing just some stuff. Actually, one thing that I wanted to... oh yes, careful sweeping might be nice, but it would be also horribly boring for you guys, especially now because this is a shorter video. So I will not do this now, I will do it off camera. For your entertainment. Or rather, to avoid your lack of entertainment, if I were not to do so off camera, but indeed on screen, right now. It doesn't make any sense. I need to somehow spice this series up a little bit. I mean, oh, by the way, I just realized I was supposed to make a giveaway, because I have apparently a gift code for one of the games on Steam. I'm not gonna do this in this video, maybe in the next one. It is not related to my book though, so don't be excited. It has been 3 weeks since I submitted my book to the publisher that I care about the most, because he's the best publisher I can imagine to have a book published at. Unfortunately, hey, Oh no, don't tell me that I didn't want this entire fleet to be an entire fleet. That was a mistake, but whatever. So 3 weeks have passed, now the odds of receiving a reply are small, not smally, but what's the word for that? Are slowly, not smally, but slowly, there we go, that's the word, decreasing because, well, within 2 weeks I wouldn't expect any reply because this is like the minimum time, the best minimum time that the publisher needs to actually read your work, right? And who are you? You are Morph, and what you are? You are another Morph. Oh, I have 2 of them. That's nice. But anyway, as you can see, I'm actually transfusing my main fleet onto oil because there is a situation there, and I don't want those 2 fleets to deal with that because they would probably maybe not get obliterated per se, but they would suffer greatly. I don't want this to be the case. But anyway, unfortunate is that my favorite publisher is really not the best publisher in terms of letting you know how close you are to actually having your book published at his place, because he doesn't communicate with you when they decided not to publish your book. They just don't reply you back, which is annoying, and they don't even give you information how long does it usually take them to actually read your book. For example, other publishers do that. One publisher that I know that is my second or third go-to publisher just says straight up that don't expect a reply from us faster than within 3 months, which is understandable because not only they are the second biggest fantasy publisher in Poland, but also they own the rights to publish the Witcher series, the books I mean. So that's gonna go on mine. They don't really have to care about the rookies. They could, but they don't have to, and they probably don't. Okay, so now I don't want this fleet to be too obliterated, but since I feel like I might lose a lot of ships in here anyway, I might as well try and deal as much damage as possible. So, adaptive strategy, all power to the weapons array. Thank you very much. I'll go for barrier in medium range. I'm not sure if I will need it. I will see how the situation develops, and then I'll possibly change my strategy. The enemy does have a lot of kinetics, so I should probably sooner rather than later indeed go for some better kinetics defenses, because as you may or may not recall, my kinetic deflectors are really rubbish, especially at this point of the game when we are mid/late game. Well, it is still a mid game, but okay, so I was able to absolutely annihilate my opponent, and it's too late for me to change from barrier to nano resistance. That's too bad. But whatever, I did lose most of my areas though, so we just precisely what I feared would happen. But then again, if I had not gone for the strategy, I could have maybe lose even more areas because the enemy ships would be able to survive it till the medium range phase. Then they would fire some more kinetics and so on and so forth. I would in the end suffer more damage, possibly. So, oh, I already have personal shooting done? Wow, didn't notice that. I will think about the next research in a second. Okay, so I have mundane artifacts. I have no idea what they give me. I would like to know, but I will check this out on my Emperor screen in a moment. Lessons have finished making some stuff, which is nice indeed. It means that you can get careful sweeping colonial rights, and that's it for now in terms of upgrades. Then you can just continue on making some areas. How many of them do you actually need? I will see that in a second. First of all though, you yourselves, you are not supposed to go with Destiny Ascension. Ascension goes on itself. Go to Rotten F, thank you very much. You go back to the hangar, stop pretending like you're cool. You're not cool, brosevs. You're not. Okay, so there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 command points. 6, 7. Okay, 6, 7. Let me try and count. 8, 9, 5, 10. 8, 9, 5. What? Sorry, I think there's something went horribly wrong right there. So let's try to count again. It was 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm doing great. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, thank you very much. This is the go-to number. Okay? Now, I said I'll deal with that in a moment. You all go to Radanov system, thank you very much. No, you don't travel there, you're gonna get killed. Okay, they didn't manage to make it in time. Merge those guys together. Now my fleet should be much more powerful because of the support of the Morenf 2.0, and I can send you to... I said I can send you to Oyat system and wreak some havoc in the next turn. I hate those cliffhangers. But what can you do? What can you do? Why do you have such a stupid voice? Apparently I was born with it and there's nothing I can do about it whatsoever. That's a bit of a kick in the teeth, isn't it? To be born with a stupid voice and not being able to change it? Yeah, I suffered from this every day of the week. So, my procreators made it to Lucia. I can finally colonize make my population surges, so another dear cell go to hydrogen, yet another go to hydrogen, and the last ship is going to colonize huge gas methane because... Give me a second, how many concrete artifacts do I have already, if any? I don't have any. Okay, so it doesn't matter which of the two planets I colonize, so I might as well start with this gas methane because it is not irradiated, which may or may not be a little bit unhelpful for living on a certain planet. So I'm gonna colonize this one, thank you very much. Okay, let's have a quick look at the newly discovered luxury resources. So first of all, we've got mundane artifacts. So they give me a lot of dust. Oh yeah, we checked this one already. Oh no, actually we did it. This is... Okay, they're very similar to Mercury, except they give you more science than dust. And overall they increase your science even further, which is amazing. And another one is concrete artifacts. Oh wait, I do have access to... Well, yes, because I just colonized the planet. Duh! So this gives me more happiness on planet, which is nice. I'm gonna use it on irradiation planet. It is going to be particularly useful indeed. But it also gives you more dust science and trader bonuses on the Empire, which is nice. Not that great, but nice. So I will indeed use it to its best. Anything else that... Oh yes, research-wise. So I said I will think about it, and I'm thinking about it. You satisfied? I guess you're not. So what do I need and or care about to go for? Or I could, you know what, adaptive society is really nice, so I will go for it in a moment. First of all though, I want to have a slightly more powerful fleet. So I will not even dare to, even care to try invest in this tree. However, you know what? Getting magnetic deflection is going to be nice, and it is only going to take me a single turn to get it because it's 2000 science. How many do I produce per turn? 1849. So how on earth can I get this within a single turn? No idea. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna complain though. This one is going to be really helpful for my support and cruisers, but not that great for me to actually care about it, because other than that I would just get better shields. I don't really care about shields. This is going to be a really nice upgrade, but especially on my supporter ships, but it's still a little bit too far away in terms of size, so I'm not gonna get it. Those upgrades are really nice, but yet again I'm not gonna go for them. And you know what, it feels like I really should get a little bit more science. So this is indeed what I'm gonna go for. Adaptive society is going to be the first one, and predictive logistics, no, it's not gonna be the other one. Instead I will go for pervasive etching, because it is kinda awesome. Maybe? Question mark. Or should I actually go for one of those guys? That's buyout bonus and that's trader bonus. Not that great actually. Or maybe this one. This would give me +1 science per population mark on planets, and it will also deal with some of my dust problems. That sounds about right. I will go for it as well. Later on, I will think about going either for pervasive etching, or I'll just try and go straight for this ultra dense extrusion, because yeah, you see that for yourself. I don't need HP on my cruisers, they have plenty of it, and I can increase it on my own. They don't need weapons, they just need to boost the weapons of my allies, and this is the precisely the kind of upgrade that I want to have. Oh, 34 minutes, that's not bad. I believe I should end it relatively soonish so that nobody tries and kill me. But first of all, let me end the turn and have one last battle for goodbye. Because everybody likes battle, and oh, don't tell me that Hishu are going to steal that battle from me. I want to have battle, I don't want them to have battle. I mean, they are my buddies, they can kill whenever they want to, whoever they want to, and so on and so forth. Sure, we are friends, friends allow people to kill each other because they are friends, right? It's the magic of friendship, but yeah, they are fighting intensely with those guys. They killed all the coolest fleets in here. Guys, I was about to have some real nice fun. Oh well, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun then. Protect this and attack, only a single dreadnought and a single battle cruiser, or a battleship, whatever it's called, I don't really remember. And then we're gonna be able to actually finish this videocast tomorrow. Okay, so think about, I need to think about what I did already. I did drinking the soya sauce. I will never do that again. I thought this to myself, and I believe I had some pretty good reasons for that to happen. Chili pepper, also not gonna happen. I thought no to myself. So what are we left with? I'm not too sure. We covered out the spiciness, we covered out the... what's the code for that? I don't really remember. What's the word? Not gruesiness, it's... I don't remember, I don't really care. But anyway, this battle is going surprisingly bad. I mean, my rockets did the job, they were able to completely obliterate the enemy ships, but kinetics... Morph! Okay... The deflection is too low. Good to know. Yeah, I will need to work on that, thank you very much. Because those ships were supposed to last rather than be obliterated within a second, so yeah. That didn't work out too well, now did it? Okay, I got some kind of upgrade. Oh, hypermagnetics, just in time to redesign more, so before ending the videocast, I'll just do that to make sure I don't forget about it. Do I want dirty tricks? I want dust rockets. I want to have dust rockets, they're awesome, and now I have the actually the ability to sustain using them, so that's why I'm going for it. I mean, are friendly. Isn't it like the fourth time they are friendly with me? Or they have this kind of love-hate relationship with me, I guess. Anyway, let's redesign those ships a little bit. So first of all, Arya, I need to redesign you, thank you very much. Plasma fields and isotope plating, yeah. You need some changing. Those are free here, I don't need you. Super dense armor can stay as it is. Plasma selectors and positron torpedoes as well. So, we're gonna have 3 of those and only a single magnetic deflector. It is going to be still better than what they have, but is it going to be enough? I'm not too sure. I don't care. Areas are supposed to be squishy, so it will be good enough. That's one isotope and one magnetic deflector. It's still way better than what we used to have. I guess I could just resign, but no, I'll resist myself. I could resign from that one though, because I have my cruiser for that. Yeah, I think I will do just that, so now I can get a little bit more of magnetic deflectors, and thus those ships will not be as squishy. Also, I could invest a little bit in their HP. It's not a big deal, but I didn't really have anything else to spend this on. I mean, I could go for rockets, but I hate going for weaker rockets than I already have, so no. Instead, I'll just go for good old platinum shielding. Platinum shielding? Man, this would be awesome to have your ships covered in platinum. But whatever. More and fewer next, you definitely need some retrofitting, so 7 isotope plating didn't cut it, huh? No, it didn't, so we're gonna change that in a moment. 7 isotope plating, let's see how much we can get now. Only 6? Well, I guess that's something. Can you get something more under that? No, indeed you cannot, but that's good enough. Apply that change, thank you very much. And Destiny Ascension, you need a change as well. So, isotope plating 22. I wish I could... No! I wish I could just make a single click and... Hey, I didn't want to get rid of plasmoid shields. Have 15 of them. Okay, that's nice. And magnetic deflection, as many of them as criminally possible. Only 15, that's not that great. But that's just the same amount of plasmoid shields and super dense ammo, so I guess it will be good enough indeed. Let us apply the stuff, that's really nice and dandy, and we can end it right here. Lotus PANCZASU, the Mighty Mixer. If you somehow managed to enjoy this not so great videocast, then please like it and maybe subscribe to my channel. Also, I encourage you to leave a comment because I do adore reading them. Thank you for watching and I'll see you online.